And the first thing that it becomes, that is something that you can recognize, we could call it a manifestation. The first thing that you can recognize is a thought that occurs to you, because thoughts are manifestations. You're taking vibration and you are receiving these vibrations at an unconscious level and translating them into something that is meaningful to you. That's how vibrations turn to thoughts, and that's how thoughts turn to things. In other words, this is the evolution of all things, all thought. It's what creation is about. And you are the creator who is molding the clay with your focus. Focus, 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 because it does become magic when you focus. There is a power and a clarity in that. You were source energy before you came into this physical body. And a part of you is here in this physical body. And that non-physical part of you is here with you. So when you sift through the details of life and you know what you don't want, which helps you to know what you do want, you launch a rocket that is a path of no resistance. We're not kidding. When you know what you don't want, you launch a rocket of what you do want. But you don't know you've done it because it's a vibrational rocket. It's early in the process. You can't see it yet, or hear it, smell it, or taste it, or touch it. So most times you don't even recognize that you've launched it. But the source energy part of you rode that rocket of no resistance and stands in that vibrational place of whatever it is that you're asking for. Whether it's an empire, whether it's a great idea, whether it's a big pile of money, whether it's living the life that you want to live, a relationship, a circumstance, an event, doesn't matter what it is. You're launching those rockets, you're building this vibrational reality, and it exists, and you got to figure out what your path of least resistance is to it. And we're here to tell you it's a path that always feels better. The path of least resistance is the path that the source within you has highlighted in order to assist you in getting from where you are to everything you want all day, every day. That guidance is supreme. That's the very best thing that you can do for yourself. Decide that you're going to enjoy where you are on your way to where you'd rather be. If you're new on this journey instead of old on this journey, if you've got a new vibrational intentionality on this journey rather than the old stuff, now you're going to rendezvous with a sunrise like you've never seen before. You're going to rendezvous with maybe someone at the rest stop or someone in the restaurant who's going to really activate something within you. You're going to rendezvous with the blossoming of cactuses out in the desert, and you're going to stop and see something beautiful that you've not seen before. Somebody's going to have their little dog get loose off the leash, and the little dog is going to come over and play with you a little bit. All kinds of things can happen on this new 1,000-mile journey that you've made many, many times before, because you're new in the journey, because you've segment intended. And every time you segment intend, then your expectation of the newness is there. And when your expectation of newness is there, then you've unleashed the magic, because the universe knows everything that you've ever wanted and everything that you've ever intended. And your inner being knows you don't have to be 1,000 miles down the road before the magic starts. The magic can start the minute that you're awake and alive in your body. There are wonderful things that can manifest in your experience everywhere. Your relationship with wonderful things happening doesn't have anything to do with anybody else who is there or any place that you stand on the planet. It has only to do with your relationship and the things that you've asked for that are in your vortex. Because your inner being can give you everything that you want in your vortex right now, no matter where you are or no matter who you're with, if you would let it be. Your inner being is starting the party now. Your inner being has all the pieces for the party all lined up. Everywhere that you are, the party can be, the magic can be, everywhere that you are. You just got to tune into it and then follow your impulses. Everywhere you go, good things happen. Everything wonderful is happening to you, for you, because of you, about you. Pretty soon you begin to feel invincible, and you begin to speak like that. Others say, why do so many good things happen to you? And you say, don't they happen to everybody? I'm not sure when I made that switch. I think it was when I stopped talking so much about where I'd been or even where I am, and I started anticipating, just a little more anticipation of what's coming. I got my bearings and I started accepting my relationship with my inner being. And it started with me not needing to forgive myself. It started with me accepting that I'm a really good person who gets really good things. I started saying, all right, universe, this is a new segment. And in it, I want to have a good time. I want to feel good. I want to feel good in my body, and I want to be alert. And I want to see things that I might not have seen if I weren't so alert. And I want to see through your eyes. And then one day I just started looking in the direction of all the good things that I'd set into motion, and I started finding more and more and more of them until I just got the hang of that. And now frankly, I just expect things to go my way, knowing that you're in the receptive mode, because this is the way the universe surprises and delights you. In other words, you're ready. And when the realization comes, the revelation has already taken place, but when you're in the receiving mode, the realization of it, that realization is where the surprise and delight of life is. Most people think, oh, that's when the car's in the garage, or that's when the empire already has been created, or that's when my lover shows up and I can get my hands on her, him. You put all of that into the vortex. That's part of that dreaming stage that we were talking about at the beginning of our conversation. And so now the way you maintain that, the way you keep from diverging from that, is by caring about how you feel. It's keeping your own interest active and alive that will give you what you really want here. Why do you like to dream? And why do you enjoy expansion? And why do you feel this passion? What's it all about anyway? It's for the joy of it. I want to understand the laws of the universe, and I want to understand my vibrational relationship with my own intentions. And I want to know where my inner being stands at all times about everything. And I want to harmonize with that. And when I do, I'll get great results. You want to create because you're a creator. Focus on the creating, not on the creation. Focus on the process, not the outcome. Focus on the energy flowing, not the result of the energy flowing. So there are times that dreaming the dream just feels like the best thing you can do. And there are times when you want to just jump into action, because enough with the dreaming, you want to do the tangible hands-on, get your own hands in the clay. You want to have conversations with people, and you want to cook stuff, and you want to present stuff, and you want to please people, and you want to revel together. We're not trying to get any of you into this airy-fairy world of only thinking things. If you wanted that, you would have stayed with us here. But you like the tangible too. You like your hands in the clay. We just want to help you to get your priorities in the most productive place for you. This vibrational reality is a reality that's not tangible. So most people can't see their own vibrational reality, and hardly anybody can get a glimpse into yours. But it's real. And while you can't see it or explain it to anybody, it's still in the intangible form. It's real, and you can feel it and sense it and come to know it and adore it. And it can give you life, and you can give life to it. You can accomplish a relationship with your vision, with your dream, with your desires. And in doing so, hear this, it's not only your attention to it that causes it to expand. The law of attraction causes it to expand. Because when you think a thought, the thought you thought thinks. So you set something in motion just like a seed in the ground. And there is life force and life properties in your idea in every much as a way as the kernel of corn that you put in the ground. So it's taken off, whether you give your attention to it or not. But your satisfaction factor is really improved as you give your attention to it. And your readiness to receive it into reality is improved by your attention to it. And most significant of all, your pleasure factor is enhanced off the charts. Because as you think about it and dream about it before there is anything tangible about it, as you did and as you continue to do, then as you hold yourself in a place of non-resistance, so your vibration rises, so that you are in a really steady way, in a chronic way, you are chronically vibrationally equivalent to your dream. That is the ultimate state of being to live in, to be vibrationally equivalent to my dream. That's your optimum state of being. When you are vibrationally equivalent to your dream, that feels the very, 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 very best, because you're standing ready to be surprised and delighted at every turn. So now as an idea comes, it's a mature idea that's already got momentum going, and it's big enough, and more important, you're ready enough because you kept dreaming to receive the idea and act on it. And here's the big bonus, thrilling, best part of life factor. When you consciously receive an impulse to do something, that's the bang for your buck that you're all looking for. To be consciously aware of when something about this vibration begins moving toward the tangibility. When thoughts start turning into things and you are consciously aware of it, that is the best part of life. So what are we asking of you? What is your deliberate work to do? To savor. The bigger your life gets, then the bigger your life gets. The more savoring you have done, the more savoring you have the potential of doing. The better it gets, the better it gets, the better it gets, the better it gets, the better it gets. The more you are alive, the more alive you become. You just have this invincible feeling, and then your question is, primarily, most of the day, most of the time, what you're consciously saying to yourself is, now what will I do to make myself feel a little more alive in this segment and this one and this? Now what? Now what? Now what? Now what? Now what playful thing can I do? Now what satisfying thing can I do? Can I dream? Can I dream? You are beings, not doings. But oh, beings who are inspired to do,